Everybody, thanks for coming out. Day before the second She Believes Cup. We'll take questions for Jill and of course Graham. You get the first one.
No, okay, it goes over the new year. You good?
Yeah, I'll move. Just connect this.
Make clear what you're trying to do with the roster. Where are you in that evaluation process? Do you have a timeline in your own mind?
That's a great question. Yeah, I don't think I've said it. I think I've always said if a player bubbles up at some point, that player would deserve a look. So, I think us integrating the 23s has almost given us a second pool in terms of a team to put players in to see them there. So that's been great. But for this group, yeah, I think I'm still in a look and see. I think January was a good camp. Looking at some different things in here. Obviously the league will start up again, but I kind of, in my mind, I gave myself about 8 months of really, vetting and testing players, because I know obviously this tournament's a big one, and we have some other fantastic games this year. So that's really where I need to see some of these players.
Some of the young players gelling with some of your veterans.
Good, yeah, make them room together. No, I'm just kidding. No, they're good. The older players have always been very welcoming, and so I think you probably would have to ask the newer, younger players. But I feel there is still a good energy and a good excitement. They integrate very well. At practice, at meals, you can see them talking and mixing up. And then on the field, it really just matters if they can play. And I think the players we brought in have done quite well in that regard.
Go ahead. Can you discuss about playing this match here in Philadelphia?
Yeah, I've been here a few times, and it's always been. I'm glad that there's no snow on the ground, but it's always been a good venue for us. I haven't yet been out to the field, but that's a big part of why we wanted to come to an MLS environment where we know that the surface is going to be great, and then hopefully we'll get a good crowd tomorrow. So yeah, we're excited to be here. We got in last night, and it's always been a great city, soccer city.
Are Germany a different proposition under a new coach?
For sure. Yeah, I think it's as much as you want to give your team an idea of what the opponent will look like. Yeah, there's already some nuances that are different. They haven't played a game, I think, an official game since last November, much like us. So it's a bit of an unknown. But historically, what you always know is you're going to get fantastic players, organized. Marizan's role is grown and grown, I think, in the past few months, and she's one of the best players in the world. So I think it's going to be an incredible test for us and a very big challenge.
This winter we saw Alex and Crystal and Carly make moves to European clubs. Just what are your thoughts on them using this year to go after these new experiences?
Yeah, I think I think that's what it is in terms of these players want to explore other environments, and we've been obviously 15, 16. We've been heavy with our programming. This year, the commitment even to the league is when the NWSL league is when they're in that league, we're playing FIFA dates. So that obviously puts everybody in the same category, whether you're playing domestically or overseas. Yeah, I think for them it's an opportunity to see something different, experiencing something different, and all three of them have never been overseas. So yeah, I think for them it's a great opportunity for them to experience high-level teams or slightly different things. Every environment you can go to that you can take away something, I think is going to benefit us here in the long run.
Yes, hi. Was Megan Klingenberg beaten out just by someone that impressed you more, or was an injury? Injury issues?
Megan hasn't been in with us since, it's been about 4.5 months. So brought her in here, just was cleared to train, and brought her in here to evaluate her. And yeah, she's not ready.
Jeff McDonald and the Lambs, did they kind of close the gap quickly in your mind from just entering the season 2 months ago?
They've done well. I think that the test will now be, can you put the ball in the back of the net against good teams? That's kind of really the ultimate test for these forwards. All of them. So I think that's, yeah, I think they've done very well. They've integrated very well. They have special qualities, and now because that consistency, can you be a big time goal scorer at the top level?
We always have to ask you the obligatory 12-year-old question. When she's coming back here, how about the way she continues to develop what you're seeing with her game?
Yeah, I think it's, Carly, I mean, you know, we've had several conversations, and I think what we talked about at the end of last year was what exactly is her role going to be. And, you know, I think she's been very, very open. I think at times, what Carly, the biggest takeaway right now for Carly is patience. She has become a lot more patient in her positioning and trusting her teammates to be able to get her the ball in the spot exactly where we wanted to get the ball. So if you watch her now, I mean, before she was, you know, we would be a box midfielder, and now, you know, I think she's one of the best players in the world before it seemed to, in front of an opponent's back line, facing an opponent's goal. So, you know, what I've said to her is, if that's the best spot and that's where you're most productive, let's see if we can get you there as much time as possible. So now it's a matter of trusting her teammates to be able to find her in that space. And yeah, from there, she can shoot from distance. She's great with the final pass. If we're trying to regain, she's quick on the pressure. So it's a good role for her. But I think that's where she's evolving, is becoming a little bit more patient and more thoughtful in her positioning to get a ball.
Go to her, and then Jonathan.
Joe, what are you expecting from Ashley Harrison? Does she have the ability to be a clear number one goalkeeper?
Well, that's to be determined, you know, and that's part of this is, you know, what I committed to after the Olympics was giving them games. Well, in truth, this is the biggest game for Ash and Alyssa. These are the biggest games right now, because when you suddenly compete and get on a podium, it puts a whole new emphasis on the importance, or the stress, really. And so I think for both of them, these games are big tests. Listen, is one game going to determine it? No, you have to look at consistency in a player, and so what I'm committed to there is to get them games. I know she's done very well in the league, but again, it's a different level, and it's not just seeing them one-off or a couple of games or a game against a lesser opponent. It's seeing them against these big opponents and see how they manage the stress, the pressure, and obviously the action, because they need a lot of it.
Jonathan, go ahead.
Alex Morgan had the flu, I believe, came in with a bit of an act. How is she, first of all?
Good, yeah, we'll see today. She's going to come out and train, so, you know, this will be her first training. She flew straight to here. We met her here. You know, talked to her in the elevator, talked to her at a meal. Seems like her stomach has settled down, and she feels pretty good. So, we'll see.
Follow-up, what should folks expect from Brianna Pinto at this point?
What's my expectation on Pinto?
What's yours? What should everybody else watching?
Yeah, I mean, having her in here is she's gaining so much just being in and around it, training with these players every day. Pinto is a player, and again, I've said this before, it's a position in the six with Sullivan getting hurt. We, you know, I think we still need to deepen that spot. She's done well. She's of course young, and you know, what I'm trying to look at is, okay, where is she now? Where could she be in 2 years investment with us in here? And that's really why I'm looking at her. You know, will she play in this tournament? I don't know, to be determined. But getting her this major tournament under her belt at 16 years old, I think is going to benefit us.
Grant.
Yeah, for sure watching her in the league. You know, I think at that point, you know, I started pretty much post-Olympics, obviously I watched the games during the whole time, but you start to see this consistency in her. And her first year, she wasn't as consistent. And I think first and foremost, she deserved a look, you know, based on her productivity. Then when I brought her in, and her willingness to learn, her coachability, her, for sure, her athleticism, her nose for goal, pretty quickly I thought, you know, she's someone that I think, again, we have to see her and invest in her over these next few months to see what she's capable. So I'm excited to see her in this tournament for sure. I hope she's a handful.
Just looking ahead slightly, Saturday, Christy.
Yeah.
What have you seen from her through the years now? She's still active. Is there anything?
I mean, just a world-class person, and for sure a world-class player. I mean, Christy has been, you know, since I took over, you know, she was such a cornerstone of this team. And then, you know, did I lean on her for sure? Her leadership, you know, her personality, her steadiness, and for sure her performance. You know, she's just been, I mean, she's kind of in a league of her own. And, you know, I still track her and keep in touch with her. And, you know, she's just an amazing person. And the other cool thing is her post-national team career, she's going to always be one of those players that's going to be supporting this program and wishing us well.
Anything else for Jill? All right, thanks folks. The bus is a little bit behind schedule, but let's get everyone into the mix zone. We'll try to get players in as soon as we can. And Fox folks, hang out in here.
On the field? No, it's in the